Thank you, sir. I think you have very rightly mentioned that digitalization uh, will bring along a solution to a lot of things we do and how we do our governance mechanism around various aspects of our economy and society. But today we are talking about sustainability and ESG. So in this thing, I think the tech companies, they have started to do a lot. First thing is that most of the tech companies are now geared towards the net zero ambition, which is number one is in the larger scope of things is to reduce their carbon footprint by using renewable energy. Because all the technology and all the tech economy is powered by electricity. And electricity comes from fossil fuels, which is not sustainable. Then it comes from batteries, which is lithium, which is not right for the human rights. So what do we do? So in that capacity, then the technology coming up with hydrogen power, solar, wind, hydropower. So these are various forms of renewable energy. So I think that is the first step we are doing is trying to do. Secondly, awareness is something because the digital sphere carries the information faster than anybody else through social media, through apps, etc. So engagement of youth, communities on basic aspects of sustainability with examples, with data, this is something which we all should be knowing, and we should be knowing that how near are we to a total disaster of climate change. Third thing is that early warning. So every different kind of climate disaster, for example, floods, which I just mentioned, has caused a couple of billions of dollars losses to Pakistan, and that happens anywhere in the world. So there is a pre-disaster situation where you try to plan that you are about to face a disaster, whether it is a flood or a landslide or something like that, or a heat stroke season like we had a couple of them in Karachi in the last couple of years. So that is one area. So early warning system is just one thing which technology companies can come up with. The second thing is that during disaster to ensure that there is a communication and outreach and help to the affected community and the affected economy is on. So that is why to reduce the impact. And the last is the post-disaster factor, where also these technologies companies can do a lot. So I think in combination, there's awareness, there are practical measures, there are short-term measures, there are measures to energy. And energy, I think, is the top thing where, and then, for example, today we have apps that how much emissions your car is coming out and how much emissions your office is. So you can have a more energy efficient office through technology. You can design a more energy efficient buildings, industries. So all these technologies are available and there are digital applications to it, measurement to it, and how much you can feel that how much you are contributing in mitigating and also how much you're adding to polluting the overall climate change aspect. So I think for now on the technology question, I'll just can I have some more things which we as we done the forum. Come up. Okay. So I think which I wanted to say before coming to this forum, I said we have been talking, as Munir Saab said, very complex things. And as Babar Ali Saab rightly so, that why don't we fall back to basics? With some of our heroes like Greta Thunberg, because I've been growing up with Rio Summit, then comes to Rio Plus 10 in Nepal, I was there. Then we have the Sustainable Development Goals coming up, SDGs, and then we had the Kyoto Protocols. So all these things have been coming up, and we have seen very highly accomplished sustainability champions like Professor John Briscoe of Harvard University, who is not there between us today, who have been fighting for the environmental concerns for Pakistan probably more than anybody else. Some of you may have known him. So once I was coming to this forum, I said, as a corporate executive, I have a checklist When did I plant a tree by myself? When did I stop my car near the Kagan lake, got out and took up the trash and made sure that I dump it properly? How many times did I go to my office in the morning and I started to plan that my office creates certain amount of trash? How do we recycle it? How many times I've gone to my children and started to tell them that, environment is your biggest thing, take care of that. So these are very small initiatives. As a marketing guru, many of us go, we acquire a big Chaurangi in Karachi and Lahore and make a cemented structure over it. How nice to environment. Go to Japan, go to Amsterdam. Barcelona has changed its environmental concern through technology, through people. Even we have 3 square foot of land, small Chaurangi, around the footpath. Why don't we plant a tree? I'm amazed to see Palm Jumeirah in Islamabad and Lahore with date trees being planted. Have we forgotten our indigenous trees of pine, of neem, of many other local species which grow tall, produce oxygen? So these are some of the very basic things. You go to Karachi, every second Chaurangi is devoted to a corporate. I myself is a shareholder in that. Most of us very proudly mention our name. Why can't I plant on 200 trees on a Hadri Chaurangi and literally say that, these are planted by my corporate with a small board rather than put a cemented logo of my company on that. So some of these things, I think, comes at a matter of personal commitment to corporate executives, to politicians, as individuals on a very basic level. So I think these are some of the things. It's not something to, blame somebody. That's why I said that I made my checklist, how many of these I am doing. But then, if we go forward, I think Munir Sahab is rightly so, they are coming up with green bonds and etc. And I think some of these things are going to be covered of sustainable marketing, sustainable business delivery, sustainable value chain. So I'm sure that these things are going to be covered in that. Thank you.